Hello there. Welcome to the basement. It seems that Bob Chapek's been out there making a little noise in interviews, so we're going to go over this article from The Direct. It is titled, Disney CEO Teases Bold Plan to Expand MCU Content. I mean, that's always good news. Disney CEO Bob Chapek has an interesting plan to expand the MCU into next-generation storytelling, with Disney Plus at the center of it all. The MCU may have started exclusively in theaters with 1 to 2 releases annually, but recent years have seen great strides taken to move with the times. Although part of that has come with an increase in yearly content output, more focus has been placed on Disney since Phase 4 got underway last year. Not necessarily for the best. Not only has this made the House of Mouse streamer the home to exclusive MCU content with series, specials, and shorts, but it has also created a one-stop shop for fans to enjoy the franchise. Disney has already shown eager interest to evolve Disney Plus beyond an ordinary streaming service with exclusive merchandise releases recently coming into play. Exclusive merchandise releases. Okay, my bad. I was reading that very goofily. My apologies. But now that the MCU can be enjoyed at home, in theaters, and on the go with such varied content, what comes next? Disney has a bold plan to expand its content to the next level in coming years. Speaking on stage at New York's Paley Center for Media via The Hollywood Reporter, Disney CEO Bob Chapek addressed the bold plan for how the MCU, Star Wars, and other major franchises could expand in the future. Chapek discussed how they continue to look at Disney as a lifestyle brand, making specific reference to the company's new adult story living community in Palm Springs that targets those that have more time and discretionary spend. In other words, ballers! The House of Mouse chief described Disney Plus as the hub of that goal, with the aim for it to evolve based on how you participate. This personalization looks to be a centerpiece for Disney's goals to create next-generation storytelling, which includes a new set of tools to create unique and personal content experiences. This plan will allow the likes of the MCU and Star Wars to create a next level of storytelling that is unique to you, with these tools being placed in the hands of the executives leading those franchises. Quote, "We want to put these tools in the hands of the Kathy Kennedys, and the Kevin Feige's, and Dana Waldens, and help them really create that next level of storytelling that is unique to you." As part of the plan, Disney is aiming to remain relevant as it prepares to celebrate its centenary anniversary next year. After all, Chapek believes that sticking with the old model would lead the House of Mouse to become extinct. Quote, "If we only rigidly adhere to that old model, we know what's going to happen, right? You become extinct. And so our challenge inside Disney is always trying to respect the past and keep as much of the past as you can. But when the consumer is telling you it's time to move on to something new and fresh, you have to take that cue." When asked if he believes theatrical blockbusters are truly back in business after the pandemic, the CEO insisted they are certainly back. Quote, "It's hard to have an answer yet, but from our observation, the tentpole big blockbuster films are certainly back. Beyond that, it gets sketchy." Chapek went on to explain how the resurgence of blockbusters has been good for Disney, whilst also questioning whether movies in other demographics will ever come back in a significant way. Quote, "That's good for us, by the way, because most of our box office films are those blockbusters, and whether they're Lucas and Marvel and Pixar or Disney, that's where we play. The other genres, the other demographics are a bit more challenged, and the question of will they ever come back in a significant way is, I think, to be seen, and that's why one of our distribution strategies is always flexibility." The Disney boss explained that if those genres do resurge, the company will be more than glad to take those movies back to theaters. But if not, then Disney Plus now offers an alternate course to release those projects. Quote, "If they come back, we'll be more than glad to go back to theaters because we've had a long, successful history of playing in more than one revenue stream. But if it doesn't, the good news is we've now got a very large streaming business that we can go ahead and redirect that content toward those channels." Certainly, Bob Chapek views Disney Plus as being at the center of the future for the company's next era of storytelling, as it affords new opportunities. And the Disney CEO certainly seems intent on placing this new technology fully in the hands of its individual studio leaders to implement into their franchises as they see fit. What's particularly interesting is the promise of developing tools to create personalized content experiences, whatever that may mean. Perhaps Disney Plus will one day bring something like Netflix's Black Mirror Bandersnatch to the service that allows viewers to make their own choices in Marvel and Star Wars stories. Whatever the case, expanding into animation, television, and specials clearly isn't the end of the line in the plans to evolve the MCU. With these blockbuster franchises that span so many years, they will always have to move with the times to stay relevant, and part of that comes with utilizing modern technology. Another way this could be achieved would be through VR, as viewers could perhaps one day be placed directly into canon MCU stories. That would be tits. Of course, this would require some major innovations to Disney Plus if the goal was for the streaming service to be the home to these features, although it's certainly possible. Nevertheless, the future of the MCU is bright, as Disney clearly intends for the franchise to be at the center of its plans for many years to come. Marvel Studios' next release comes with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which hit theaters today. So, sounds to me like Mr. Chapek is kind of tiptoeing around the edges of his own little Disney metaverse without actually saying the word metaverse, because now metaverse is one of those words that used to be cool but now is associated with crap. Thanks to Mr. Zuckerberg. Good job, buddy. But yeah, and it would appear that they're going to be implementing interesting things like in order for that personalization, there's going to have to be some kind of AI involved. Some kind of flowing logarithm or what have you. But I mean, on the surface, again, these seem like very cool ideas. And of course, the only thing is don't expand too much or too fast, because you don't want to repeat the phase 4 mistake of quantity over quality. So just, keep it in check, Mr. Chapek, because we don't need a repeat of this last phase. However, phase 5 is looking dope, yo. I'm pretty fucking excited about it. You should be too. But anyway, that's it for that article. So that's it for this video. Again, I'd love it if you hit that thumbs up. I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button that's right over there, a little bit down there. And I would love it if you would comment and engage. I would love to conversate with everybody. It would make me happy. One thing I can't conversate on, though, much is gaming, because I suck at it, so I don't play much. However, if you do enjoy the gaming streams, I love watching other people game. Justified MF is a good place to get a good gaming stream. That's capital JUSTIFIED, capital M, capital F. All one word. Go check him out. He's cool. He's fun to watch. He's very involved with the chat. And yeah, it's good times over there. So go check him out. But for now, that'll be it for this time. So, like I always say, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement.